the group was kind of settling down for the evening, Vasher was making his way back from the sanctuary, heading back to the Lost Lamb Barbecue and Inn, when he got distracted by a strange floating light in the distance. As he went to investigate, he found a lantern floating around in front of him. He reached out and took hold of the lantern and found that he couldn't release it. A little boy named Tommy? Is that right?
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
Tommy in it, yeah.
A little boy named Tommy was asking him to assist in finding his mother. As Vasher moved away, he realized that he was no longer attached to his physical form, his body now laying down on the ground, kind of prone in the snow. In a panic, he went to the Lost Lamb Barbecue and Inn in his current spectral form and started to try and gain some assistance, which he got from Yeska, at least in Yeska's dream, where he was able to purge Vasher of whatever this entity was for the time being. As the still kind of like ghostly Vasher was wandering through the space, eventually he got back to his own body, merging into it and safely making his way back to Lost Lamb Inn. The next morning, Vasher took the majority of the day to rest as the party went out and about to gather some intel about things that have been occurring in the town, and they found some strange insight into what could possibly be going on. No one seems to be getting pretty far in the attempt to leave the city. They decided to go investigate the Drent house in the evening. After doing some purchases, after doing some, pretty much just shopping and gathering some intel, assisting someone in evacuating the city entirely. Everyone's healed and ready, and they begin to venture into the Drent house, going up the walking path, seeing strange visions and sights, and ultimately ending up in front of a monochromatic homestead. Beautiful moonlit night. No snow in sight. A bunch of different locations are currently visible. There's a vineyard a hedge maze off to the right that they can see. A long stone path leading up to the front steps of the actual Drent house. To the left, there is a bit of a courtyard with seating and other normal things that you would see in such a mansion setting. A lot more is to see, but it's all kind of obscured by all these statues that are currently dotting the space around them. Once again, everything is black and white. You don't see any stretch of color. And at the moment, all that you can really tell are that there's a bunch of lanterns being held in the hands of these statues. With little orbs that they're reminiscent of the lanterns that Asher has. It currently holds the soul or spirit or some kind of form of the boy Tommy. And as you all stand at the entryway there, that's where we left off. What would you guys like to do?
Catherine, are you okay if we still go?
How did we end up here? I don't like this at all.
We all
There's a
look
lot
black
of
and white,
factors.
right?
Yes, all of you currently look black and white. Asher, you are currently decked out in the old form style of the Knights of Saphirian garb.
Raylan, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just seeing if Catherine is still okay.
Well, I think it's about time we get into this mansion and start figuring out this mystery.
Does anyone feel like we've moved in time? This is... When I was in training,
Well,
this
see,
isn't
I
the
know
old...
a lot about a time, and I haven't felt a single thing. So I'm going to have to go...
Catherine's currently wearing a trench coat and some kind of fashionable hat.
I think... guys, I think Tethrin's lost it. I have no idea. That's not even an accent from this country.
I think I'm gonna go try the door. I'll go try the door.
Yeska's wearing a very typical like monastic robe.
What the fuck is happening?
Vasher, you just gotta remember, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's all in your head.
Zala's wearing a very formal pantsuit.
Yeah, Zala, that actually suits your outfit. Suits you quite well. I kind of like it, but also I have no idea what that accent is. And I follow Yeska to the door.
Oh, and Zala, you currently have both arms.
We are back
Well,
in
would you look at that? I got both arms. But I know it's just fake.
Can I reach out and touch Zala's arm that
You
wasn't there before?
You attempt to touch Zala's arm, and it just phases right through.
Okay, for a second there, I really did think it was there, but I follow
See,
Yeska
I
for real.
told you, it's all in your head. Weak mind, weak life.
Ugh.
And that
So-
is an interesting way of thinking.
Braylon, oddly enough,
Goblin.
you're shorter now.
Oh shit.
He has a
You kind of
Tommy
look
gun.
like you had before, but you are wearing kind of like a, oh gosh, what are those garbs called? You know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna say you're wearing pinstripe suit because I can't remember what the name of the garb I had originally in mind for you was.
Describe it. I might know
It's like a. Let's just go with pinstripe suit.
it. I'm Al Capone, boy.
Yeah, we're all gangsters.
It does seem that this house is casting some sort of illusion on all of us.
Why do you keep talking like that?
Leo,
Oh.
you're kind of dressed in a bellhop's uniform.
Uh-huh. We've got like that top hat on, or that hat, like,
Yeah,
Esteban.
yeah.
it's a little bit too small on you.
You rang.
Wait,
Yeska is already plotting his way about halfway across from where you guys are to the front door of the house. The cobblestones are inlaid beautifully. There doesn't seem to be even a little bit of like grass or weeds growing through the cracks of the cobblestones. There are a couple of fire lanterns that are not lit currently that kind of are supposed to light the pathway up to the front house. From this main kind of like intersection, there are a couple of paths that branch off to the left and right. A couple of them wind back around the house and a few away from the house, further into a further field from the house, even though there should be a cliff at some point. Eventually, Yeska makes it to the front door.
Is it open?
Hey.
As Yeska proceeds, it is two large, heavy oak doors with two large door handles made of some kind of metal without color. It's kind of difficult to tell. There does seem to be room for there's a keyhole, very like cartoony style, just circle and triangle bottom keyhole. That is currently there, inlaid with all kinds of different decorations. Very flowery, nothing that gives any insignia or definition to it. Sorry, I had that on for work.
Leo, don't you need to go get that? It seems to be the front counter.
You rang.
What the hell is happening?
Yes, guys, you attempt to open the door. It is currently locked.
Is there a knocker?
There is a heavy knocker. It looks like the knocker itself is a giant brass ring or metal ring, you can't really tell, in the mouth of some kind of woman with long hair that's currently covering her face.
Now that is a jewel.
Look at the knockers on that thing.
Asher, I think there's something wrong with everyone. And I'll knock as loud
I
as
think
I
there
can.
is.
Don't talk
I-
about Zala like that.
You lift the knocker and you smack it down onto the door. You hear kind of like an echo chamber blast out from the interior of the halls. You wait a few moments. Nothing happens.
Just open the motherfucker up. We ain't got time to be here all day. People are gonna die sooner or later.
Does anybody know how to pick a lock?
My sweet, sweet bastard, that's exactly what I do.
Well,
Well, I'll just.
why is
easily
everyone
open
talking
it.
so weird?
We don't even need to worry about fancy tools. Watch this. I'll walk up and
Oh, yeah.
cast knock.
Wait, don't.
You cast
got
knock.
that
Go
last
ahead.
shit.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
There it is.
Natural. Oh, that's a 7. An 8.
8.
Natural 7.
Oh, yeah.
As you cast the spell knock, you see the energy that would normally make that shattering noise kind of hold in place around the lock. You see the intricate carvings on the just around the keyhole begin to glow a strange white light before the energy is kind of consumed. The keyhole itself begins to glow and blasts back in your direction. You're knocked back 15 feet and kind of slide on the cobblestones, rolling as you go.
Well, that shit. And that didn't seem to work very well for you, and I did it.
Yeah, I thought that it might be smart to use, this house and place seems a little magical. Maybe they have magic protection. So I thought maybe picking it might be a better idea.
Well, what if my picks me instead? What are we gonna do then?
I'd be a little curious to see what happens in that case regardless.
I think you might have a point. Let me get to it.
You attempt to lockpick?
Yes, sir, I will.
All right, go ahead and roll sleight of hand with you. Do you have lock picking like
Thieves tools? Yes, I do.
Okay,
I bought them at the last storage.
Then sleight of hand and a proficiency modifier.
Yeah, but plus 3. Oh my goodness, 16.
16. Okay. As you begin to pick on the lock, you see the strange carvings on the side of the lock begin to glow again. A little bit different this time. You see a couple of them start going upwards along the edge of the door itself. As they curve around the entirety of the door, you see almost a dual image of the two doors kind of pull away, almost like a book. So imagine the doors are here, then they kind of push out a little bit to around you, and then they go whack around Raylan.
Wow.
Raylan, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are momentarily wedged between two kind of like imaginary doors. After a moment, they kind of shimmer and vanish.
Well,
You look like a piece of paper, and you go, and then whoop, you go back to your normal size.
it seems like everyone's skills are the same, just their voices are strange. And I'll kick the door.
Well, goddamn, yes, that ain't too kind.
Go ahead and roll a strength check against the door.
Sure. 21.
Okay, this might be tougher. It wasn't. As you kick the door knocker, the mouth kind of pulls open, and a strange mist shoots out in your direction. Yes, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
26.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh.
As the mist moves around you momentarily, you feel your entire body almost stiffen. You manage to shake it off.
All right.
I want to use one divine sense. Do I get anything from the door?
Do you sense the door as evil?
Yeah, or being affected
An
by the
asshole.
hollow spell.
No. As you cast Divine Sense, you don't feel evil from the door. You feel an evil atmosphere around you, but the door doesn't give you anything in particular.
Tethrin, do you think anything of these like little inscribings on the door, do they look like runes? Or would I notice that they're runic in nature?
Just hold on a second and I'll check them out. I'll pull out my magnifying glass. I'll
Where
give
did you
him a
take
look.
that?
A giant cartoony magnifying glass appears from behind Tethrin's back.
I'll
I
look
thought
at
you had a
Vasher,
monocle.
and the lens will just be a giant eye, and then I'll turn to the runes.
He looks directly at the. It's not exactly runes. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Sure. I'm gonna cast guidance as well.
Okay.
Yep.
While he's doing that, are there any windows around as well?
13.
13.
What he said.
Leo, go and roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Tethrin with a 13. Looking at it, the carvings themselves don't seem like they have any arcane language or anything to do with magic, but something about this entire scenario feels off. Like there's a mask on top of a mask of all these things. So discerning whether or not something has a magical property is a lot more difficult here because you can't really tell what's real and what's not.
Well, Vash, everything seems a little wonky, so it's hard to tell.
Okay. Can I peer through the keyhole?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Do you want your eye chewed out of your
I rolled
face?
an 8 total for mine.
Leo, looking around the space, you do see windows. Most of them are barred with heavy rod, like bars.
Yeah.
That go all the way to the top of them. The first floor windows are fairly tall, roughly, I don't know, 20 feet high.
Wow.
Very decorated and gorgeous. It looks like there's several stories to this building, and you do see windows scattered all about, but most of them, at least on the ground floor, seem to have a heavy defenses built into them.
Coming up, was there a chimney or anything on the top?
Roll perception check. Basher, you peer into the keyhole. The interior, while you can make out a couple of like small details, like an entryway with a rug, maybe a carpet, it's very dark in there. Doesn't seem to be any light. So looking in, you don't quite see anything. Do you have dark vision?
I don't, but that's okay. If I can see inside, I want to cast Mage Hand on the inside of the house.
Okay. As you cast Mage Hand, the hand appears on the interior. Can you see the Mage Hand? You can see it, right?
It appears at a point you choose within range. It vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from
Yeah,
you, so
you
I
can-
can't quite.
It's not
see.
ethereal.
Yeah.
It's a skeleton hand, I think. Or is that
It's a
chilling grasp?
spectral. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, that's chilling grasp. So it's
You
a spectral
see-
hand, so I'd be able to see it.
You see a floating hand appear on the interior, and then you see it convulse slightly. Just begin to convulse in the air, and the strange blue spectral light changes to a green spectral hand.
Ugh.
And then it turns and gives you a middle finger.
Damn it! All right, let's go
Well,
get
that
full
ghost
battery.
ain't very friendly, I'll tell you that much.
All right, I just want to grab my squeaky hammer and just tap the door and see if that does anything.
Take the squeaky hammer and squeak. Nothing happens.
Unlock, please.
When Vasher looked inside, did it also look like black and white in there, or was it?
From
Colorful.
Vasher's perspective, it was dark. So
Okay, okay.
even if looking
Yes.
through, you can't really tell.
Yeah. And there's an 18 for the chimney thing.
With an 18, you see several chimneys just dotted about the space.
All right, Leo, you tall fella. You want to help me get up to the top of the roof?
Up there? How high up is it?
So the windows themselves, just the windows,
Yeah.
are roughly 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And then the windows are 20 feet high.
Yep.
And then there's another 5 feet to get up there. So it's about 30, almost 40 feet to get to just kind of like the first bit of shingles embed a little bit, and then you can get to the second floor. And there's another set of windows. And then past that is the third floor, and that's where the chimneys start appearing. So you got about 60, 70 feet before you even get to the first landing that has chimneys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait.
What do you want? You want me to throw you, or like?
No. I think I'm gonna use Jessica and you, and I'm gonna have Jessica stand on your shoulders and throw a grappling hook to the top of the roof and see how that goes.
The Batman noise. Didn't
I
get it.
got it.
You didn't get it.
I got it.
All of a sudden,
Oh wait, if we're gonna use,
A little disappointed.
we are
Yeah, I got
kind of
it.
on each other's shoulders, kind of precariously balancing, trying to hold each other up as Raylan's at the top, swinging around a grappling hook. Raylan, go ahead and roll go ahead and roll to hit. I'm gonna make this kind of like a ranged weapon.
Can I give guidance on rolls to hit? I don't.
Would it be a simple weapon?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's pretty simple.
All right.
Be Dex
Actually,
plus
you know what?
proficiency.
Let's knock that. Let's just go with a dexterity check.
All right, I cast guidance.
All right, I can
Ah,
do that.
nice.
I get a, oh my god. Plus
You get a
4, right?
D4,
Or
yeah.
D4. Oh, how sweet. Jesus. Oh, yeah, that's lovely.
Nice.
With a 10, you swing it around a few times and you throw it up. You see it kind of spiral a little bit in the air, and it goes very close to one of the chimneys, and you see the chimney physically move out of the way as the grappling hook passes right by it, scratches nothing, just bounces and falls back to the ground.
God damn, I need you to stay still, friend.
And then you see the chimney.
This place is weird.
All right, here. I think I can trick it. Let me do it one more time.
Okay, one more time.
You gonna attempt it one more time?
Yo,
DC
one more
is a
time.
little bit higher now because you failed the first time.
Ah, fuck that. I don't give. Fuck the chimney.
I'll
Go
give you
for it.
guidance again.
Oh my god, why? I had such good rolls
Roll
last
guidance, you
session.
might get higher.
Might get
You get a 9.
Nope.
Nope.
oh 9.
Why?
You try it again. This time the chimney kind of bats it in your direction, and you all kind of fall on top of each other, just trying to avoid the grappling hook hitting you guys. As it crashes
did-
back to the ground, you guys
God.
all of you go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I have
fucking
another
damn.
idea if we can't see anything.
A 6.
I got an 18.
10.
17.
Catherine, as this is kind of going on at the moment, you hear a high-pitched whistle go out throughout the space.
Well, everybody, be careful. The creatures that can turn you to stone are about. Look them in the eyes, and you'll be dead in no time. And I'll cover my face with my hands.
Okay.
Emil, you said the windows had iron bars on them, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
What is What is it attached to?
What do you mean?
Like the brick
Is
of the
the-
house.
Yeah, is
Probably.
it a brick is it like a brick house, or is this like exterior part made of wood?
The exterior part is currently covered in some kind of plaster.
Yeah.
On the interior, you see like the outside of the window, and then the interior. There's glass, and inside of it that's where the iron bars are.
Okay. I go, all right, Zay, I got an idea, and I take my hand, I make a little finger, gonna go, and then I point at the area where the window would be, and I just fire an eldritch blast.
Okay,
The
go and
2
roll
bolts
to hit.
go out. Bam. So first one's a 9 to hit.
Okay.
We're rolling
Second
really
one
good.
is a 22
Oh,
to hit.
hey.
Oh, hey, all right. Okay. First one, it hits the. You said you're hitting the glass, or are you hitting just outside the glass?
I'm gonna. Okay, so it's plaster, glass, iron. Yes.
Plaster on the side. That's the actual physical wall,
Yeah.
Okay, right.
and then glass.
Glass here.
Yeah, and inside the glass is metal.
Then. Yeah, I guess I'll hit the glass.
Okay. The first
That's the only
bolt,
thing you
the
can.
moment it hits the glass kind of like bows in for a moment, and it ricochets and flies off in some direction. The second,
Well,
Doesn't
second-
make contact.
the second
Or
one,
okay.
the glass is still kind of bubbling in and out, it strikes in, and the glass shatters momentarily. The Eldritch bolt continues into the house.
Okay,
There's
so
a small hole. There's a small hole in the glass.
all right, and then I'm gonna yell, try throwing the grappling hook at the metal bars, and we can all pull together, and maybe we can rip them out.
I'll be real with you, son. I don't have too much confidence in my throwing hand anymore. But if you want me to, I can.
I
The-
believe in your ability, but also I'll cast Mage Hand and just try and like hook it onto the metal bar.
Okay. The hole is very small. Eldritch Blast isn't as big as a grappling hook.
So when it made contact, I wanted it to pull the glass 10 feet forward. with
Oh,
my
with your
grasp,
Eldritch,
with
yeah.
my Eldritch invocation.
I'm gonna
That's
say
why
that
I.
I'm gonna say that the way that this worked, the first one, the first one did make contact, but it was in a current like elastic state. So in attempting to pull it, it just kind of kept reverberating it, and your second Eldritch Blast was able to penetrate it because it was currently in a weird elastic form.
So when the second one hit, could I have it rip forward?
Sure. As it
Okay.
pulls forward, a small chunk is ripped out, and the glass goes flying. It's still not big enough to make a grappling hook pass through.
Can I walk over to the door?
Yep.
You said there was a door knocker on it?
Yep.
Yeska, did you try knocking yet?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hear it. It was as loud as I could.
Okay.
Basher,
You could also just ask to come in.
you watch as the glass goes.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Something happened to Yeska when he knocked, right? Or
No,
Yeah,
like
when you tried to
no,
kick it
nothing.
No, when
down.
he
I
kicked
tried to
it.
Yeah,
kick
it
it
was
down.
okay.
Okay. Is there a doorbell around?
Nothing you can see.
Can I
I'll try
investigate
giving it
the?
a big knock as well, with the
Okay.
knocker.
Leo walks up and boom, boom, boom.
Hello.
Small breeze passes around the space,
Uh,
and Leo, you hear nothing.
so there were markings on the door, right?
They're when I said markings, it's more like not drawings, but like carvings along the wall. There's nothing descript. The only like real imagery you see on the door is the strange woman as a knocker.
Big ass knockers.
Can I walk up and say, I'm just gonna try this because this would be a Vasher thing to do. Excuse me, ma'am, and I'm gonna look right at the knocker and see if it
You
responds
can
to
write
me.
it or
Those
knock.
are their eyes.
Her eyes are up there, Vasher.
As you walk up and you start talking, the door, the plate that the woman is currently at moves. Two pairs of eyes, glowing a strange green color, are looking directly at you. The mouth is kind of holding the ring.
Would it be possible? I'm sorry, we seem to have gotten off on the wrong foot. And I apologize for that. Would it be possible for us to come in, please?
Do you have a key?
Not on me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure where we are, but I'd like to speak to the lord or lady of the manor.
The 5 sons hold the key. The heart of Lord Drent. If you wish passage in, find the sons and take the key.
Oh, what?
Pasha.
What?
Woo her.
Oh,
Woo her.
you know, you're just a really pretty woman. Is there maybe any way I could take you out for, a night on the town, and maybe we could just, you could let me into the house, and we don't have to deal with the 5 sons. It could just be a you and me kind of thing, and my 5 friends.
I have a boyfriend.
Well, yeah, I feel like you're
The
someone who
knocker
could.
goes back inert.
Well, oh man, I ain't got no game, guys.
It might be a little
Anyway, she
illegal
said
too.
some. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, you're right. The age of consent, I'm probably under it. Yeah, she probably just saved herself from a case. That's a good point, Leo.
Oh.
And I pull out my little law book and I say, yeah, that probably would have been bad. Anyways, she said something about finding the 5 sons. They have the key, which I'm gonna guess means it either has something to do with the statues, and what exactly did she say, Emil? Because you were cutting out a little bit for me.
Oh, sorry. She said, find the 5 sons who hold the 5 pieces of Lord Drent's heart. Keys.
Lord
If you wish-
Dren?
Drent.
Drent.
Wish passage in. You need a key.
Well, where are
We
these
hit
suns
some-
then?
We're 5
And I'm
guys.
gonna grab my lantern and say, Tommy, are you one of the 5 sons?
The bubble inside the lantern is just kind of floating in the center.
Okay, I guess I don't know how to interpret this, but I'm just gonna say,
Hmm. Do we see? Trying to think.
Oh, can I just survey the area? Do I see any
Like tombstones
men?
anywhere?
Do I
No,
see?
before
Yeah.
that.
Do I see any men statue-like things?
Zala, go and roll a perception check.
also,
see,
are there
5
like
guys right
the
here.
ones that were missing lanterns? How many were there?
Zala, as you turn around to look around the space, the street lamps that are supposed to be on, you first of all, you notice that there's 5 of them. And on each one, there is kind of an arrow with a small plaque. Each of these lampposts is currently next to a path that leads around somewhere on these lands. You can't read them from here because the lampposts aren't on, but you do see small arrows pointing in different directions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems if we don't do this goose chase, we'll have to quit cold turkey. So,
I think
Well,
if we
you
quit
read
cold turkey,
my
we're gonna die.
mind. Before I
So-
even said anything, you were even thinking it like I was. Yeah, we have to go look at these street lamps and seem to follow their arrows, and I bet each one we get a piece of that heart.
Okay, who wants to take which road?
think
Remember all
we're
those
all
times that
taking
we
one
just got?
road.
I just got yelled at by Tethrin for splitting up. I feel like we should just go
Yeah,
together.
yeah, you stick with some. I'm just kidding.
No, I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we should
you should
all
go
go
with Jessica.
together.
I'm just kidding.
This is gonna take too long. We got one night to go.
We just start with the farthest one and work our way closer towards the house.
Yeah, I think that Zala is right. I think that's a good idea.
Sounds fine.
You guys walk to the furthest one. The first one that would have been your path as you walked towards the house.
Can I look at the plaque as we get closer, whatever words it says or whatever?
The little plaque on it currently says the maze. You see the small walking path heads directly in the direction of this hedge maze that is currently situated not too far away from where you are now.
All right, those of you that aren't spatially oriented, you're going to have a tough time in the maze. Those of us good with remembering directions, we're going to have an easy time. So stick together.
Ever seen the movie The Shining?
Have you ever
Sir,
seen
what is
Harry
that movie?
Potter?
Let's
Anyways,
just go.
What's the movie?
You
familiar
guys-
people around here.
You guys begin to walk in the direction of the hedge maze. After a short jaunt, doesn't take you too long, you make it to the mouth of this maze. From the exterior, it looks rather small. Nothing too difficult to complete. Even from here, there's a straight path, and it just kind of cuts off to the left and the right. You see a small fountain in the distance, and several other passageways you could potentially go.
All right. Take a step inside.
Yeska takes a step inside. The moment he does, the hedge maze's mouth closes. You hear a
Well, we see you
and
later.
the maze opens up again. You see the same straight path, but you don't see Yeska.
That boy's a goner.
well, ain't that a predicament? All right, here's what we're
So
gonna
we
do.
should all go at the same time.
Okay, here we go. I will. I'll move Zala and Leo in front of the door or the entrance. And
Okay.
I'll take like 10 feet back, and I will run and I'll like dive and tackle both of them into the maze.
Okay.
yeah, you should have had Leo do this.
As Tethrin tackles into
Probably
both
just put two of you on my shoulders.
Tethrin and Zala. Tethrin, go and roll a strength check for me.
Wait, why are we
Houses.
leaving Vasher and Raylan alone?
Because I
Because we're
only
all
got 2
tiny, you
arms.
see?
I only got 2 arms. So
Exactly.
Y'all could have just walked
did you
together.
say strength check?
Raylan's
Athletics.
small. I can put him in my backpack.
I was gonna say
It doesn't
you
matter,
need
it's all
some
the same.
rope.
8.
8. You try and push forward. Leo barely moves. It kind of knocks forward, and Zala stumbles forward into the hedge maze, and you hear a.
God.
So it's you guys are just Leo, Tethrin, Asher, and Raylan.
Imbecile!
I've been
no.
meaning to give her a good decking for a while now, and that's not
Why?
a sex thing. That's like a.
Now I'm not
That's
sure.
like,
It was the fact that you said that it
Are you
wasn't.
saying
I can take
you
a
would like to
licking
fuck
and still
Zala?
keep a ticking.
Isn't Zala like 50 years
Oh
older
my
than you
god,
are?
the ghost of Zala is haunting us.
Anyway, we gotta find our way back inside that maze to find our friends. So,
You see?
You know, if we wouldn't have to if
Okay.
somebody didn't push them in.
Let's
well,
see
I thought it
here.
was a good plan. So,
Alright, Raylan, you want to get on my shoulders?
Why would I ever get on your shoulders?
Alright, you know what? I'll get on yours. That's a good point. That way
I
we're
feel like
together.
you're disrespecting me in front of my
All right, hop on my
compatriots.
back, Tethrin.
sure
What?
thing, big guy.
Raylan, this just makes the most sense.
No, I can hold you. We can hold hands, and we can go like that. I'm not getting
Okay.
on your soldiers.
And I
That's the
walk
great
over and I
height.
pick up Raylan like a cradle, like I'm cradling him. I'm picking him up.
Like a little baby.
Yep.
Little
Okay.
cat.
Picks up
All right,
Raylan.
come on, Vasher.
Yeah, and I'll hold Leo's other hand.
Yeah, we're going in.
And this
So
is disrespectful.
The 4 of you are going in together.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We're gonna attempt to.
Okay. Give me 1 second. It's weird. Oh,
Psych! I kick Vasher in. Just kidding.
Nah!
He
I
chucks Vasher in by himself.
tried!
Coming to my hedge mage.
Alright, I'm doing a couple things real quick.
You're good.
You talking to me? You can't be talking to me. You're not talking to me. And so I say,
Okay.
spit on you.
Yeska, you take a step forward, and you see there's almost like a blurriness to your vision. And the hedge in front of you is just kind of a straight row. You can see that there's a path to your left and to your right.
All right, easy enough. I'll. hmm. Check my compass.
You pull out your compass. It's currently spinning. Are you using a point in the compass?
No, not yet.
Okay. The compass is currently spinning.
We're going left.
So you're going for this, you're going north
Wait a minute.
on the map.
Wait a minute. So there's a hedge in front of me here, right?
Yes.
So am I going south if I'm going?
Oh
left?
yeah. Sorry. It's been
No
a long
problem.
day.
Okay, I'll walk. I'll go south.
All right. You can make. You start walking south, and then about here, you see a kind of another hedge wall.
Okay, so I shouldn't stand on that. And I guess I could go east or west.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised I can go west. Because I started facing this one, huh?
Yep.
I want to walk back and look back. Is it just a straight
see another-
wall? What's okay? Can I see over at all?
The hedge currently looks to be about 15 feet tall.
Okay. So did it grow in size from when we were in here, or is the fountain in the middle just that tall?
You're not sure. You feel like there's some weird perspective thing going on.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Then we'll go back left, and we'll go west. Why not?
Okay. You start moving in that direction, and you keep going for quite a long time with no breaks left or right. As you continue to move, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can do. 11.
With an 11, you hear footsteps, but not your own. A little bit faster pace. They're coming from behind you.
Behind me. I ignore them as always. Keep
You
walking.
can, okay. As that keeps happening for you, Zala,
Yeah.
you find yourself currently blocked off on most sides except forward. And even then, there's a wall.
Oh, Tetherin sucks. Alright.
But not in a sexual way. Like,
Yeah, they
The
need
left.
lick.
Start moving left.
He just keeps saying that.
as we're walking down the maze,
Yeah.
I'm on your back. I just keep repeating it.
I just want y'all to know earlier,
I think I need to clarify, guys. Earlier, that's not what it sounded like.
I feel like you really just want to.
You know what? I'm gonna do two things. First, I'm just gonna cast a firebolt in the sky.
my
Maybe
God,
let people
okay.
know that I'm here.
Sure.
Poof, like in Harry Potter, gone. Okay.
A
Secondly,
firebolt shoots up into the air.
secondly,
It's
sorry.
monochromatic, like just a single bolt
Oh,
of light,
frick,
and
yeah.
it just shoots out.
Yeah, that's fine. Secondly, I'm gonna. Oh, it's monochromatic. Doesn't matter. Never mind. I'll just continue moving. Oh, is this made out of? This is just like grass and then hedges, right?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Okay, well, I want to come right here, and I want to try to cast mold earth to try to go under the hedge, like like dig out 5 feet at a time.
You dig out. You start trying to dig out the earth, and it moves to your will for about 6 inches before a heavy stone appears below.
Hmm. Find that
The
out, right?
stone,
Okay.
the stone looks shaped, cut,
Oh.
and each stone underneath, almost like a cobblestone design, has some kind of runic sigil on it.
Do I recognize anything?
What languages do you speak?
Elvish. That's it.
Elvish? You don't. The runes seem harsh, like quickly cut into the stone. Doesn't You don't recognize it, but there's some kind of faint magical aura pulsing from it.
I'm gonna take a mental note of the sigil that's glowing. I'll ask others about it later. All right, and I go this way to the
You
east.
uh, there you
All right. I go up.
go. Nope.
Oh, I'm just stuck here. I understand. I see.
You turn in that direction, and there's no way forward.
Congratulations.
Well, I guess there's just one thing left to do.
Zal, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh no. Oh, I rolled above a 10. 22.
22. Looking back from the way you came, you see that the hedge is doing some weird forced perspective thing. You thought that it was just a back wall, but really,
Oh. I hate games. How dreadful. As I'll go this way.
you continue to move in that direction. The four of you appear in the hedge maze.
So, what was your big plan?
I really don't think there's anything I can say to make it sound like what I said isn't what I said, but I'm just saying it's not what I said. So,
Look, Tethrin, I think if you are interested in Zala,
well, I'm
that's
not.
between you. It doesn't have to be emotionally. It could just be carnally, and
Well,
that's just you.
It's fucking gross to say out loud.
I accept your choices. I disagree with them, but that.
I look around for Zala.
Go and roll a perception check.
Oh, you see, friend. That's you're disgusting.
Perception.
So I have no other words for you.
13.
13. Looking around the space, you look like you're in a small hedged room. 4 walls currently jut up into the sky.
All right, boys, there's 4 walls, there's 4 of us. We each got to take one down.
Hmm.
Don't
You
think
see.
that that's the solution, but
Yeah.
I'll shoot a firebolt into the hedge.
Oh my god.
Okay. Which hedge?
This one.
Okay. Tethrin turns almost like a quick draw, fires a firebolt into the eastern hedge. The firebolt goes beyond where you thought the hedge was going to be, and you see a small burn appear.
My friend, are you trying to set us on fire?
Yeah, that's probably not a
Am I a
smart
joke
move to
to you?
light the hedge maze, the thing that we're surrounded by, on fire.
It's just a plant. You can walk through it, my friend.
Yeah, but the plants are our friend.
Let's
No,
win.
they're not friends, but they burn. And when they burn, we burn.
I point in a random direction and try to cast message
Which
to
go ahead and roll a
Zala.
d4.
Okay. Yeah, message. Okay. Let's see. D4. Roll. It's a 2.
With a 2, you cast message.
Zala, if you can hear me, we're in the maze. Where are you?
Zala, you hear this?
Hey.
Well, I'm in the dreadful maze too. Tethrin pushed me in, as you saw. There was some trickery of the shrubbery. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh. She heard that.
Oh,
Were you not expecting it to work?
I just pointed in a random direction, to be honest.
Well,
Okay, so Zala's that way, and I'll point to the way that
You're
cast message.
pointing south.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get a move on then.
south it is.
Okay, we'll
So-
check out the south wall.
My friend,
Oh,
that's
Tethrin already
that's a,
discovered that this wall is a false wall.
Oh,
sick.
that wall's a
Alright.
false wall?
yeah, we should probably
Okay.
go this way.
Yeah.
Tethrin, you should
You
probably
see-
not be towards the front.
You see a passage heading north and a passage heading south.
Well, we
All
gotta
step
regroup with our
south.
friends. We gotta go to the south.
Yeah, to the south.
Yeska, you feel yourself walking in a decline. The second set of footsteps has not dissipated. If anything, it's gotten louder. As you continue to move downwards, you see a small, arc above you, maybe like a bridge.
Hmm.
It forms a bit of a tunnel. It goes quite a ways before you see light at the end of it, but it is pitch black inside of the tunnel.
How far above me is the bridge?
The bridge is roughly 10 feet up. Looks like it dips down into the actual hedge maze a little bit.
10 feet up. Dips down in the hedge. 10 feet up. Can I conceivably climb up to the bridge?
You can attempt to. There is plenty of hedge that you can attempt to latch onto and crawl up to the bridge.
Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Sure. 17.
With a 17, you kind of cling onto the hedge and start climbing upwards. You make it to the lip of the bridge and start trying to pull yourself up. You kind of like do one of the saddle things and you start like crawling on top into the bridge. The bridge itself is made of some kind of wood. It's kind of arcing between two different road paths to the north and the south as you kind of hoist yourself up. You have a good vantage point of the entire hedge maze from up here. Go and roll perception for me.
Sure. 15.
The 15, just kind of looking about the space. The hedge maze is far more vast than you had seen before. It kind of reaches in a lot of different directions. To the west, you do see the Dread House, not too far away, but a lot further than you saw the hedge maze occupying. To the north, you see the fountain in the center of the maze. Looks like the bridge leads directly down, and then left and right. But beyond that wall is the fountain.
You said to the north?
That was to the north. To the
Okay,
south.
And I want to make a point of this. I don't really want to look to the east.
Okay. Then to the south, you see a figure standing there. Humanoid, roughly 7-8 feet tall, is currently facing away from you. Very muscular in size. Currently has a large cudgel, kind of slung across it, like its back, its neck kind of supporting it up. Occasionally you hear it go. It's also not monochromatic.
And how far is it?
At the moment from you, it is roughly 60 feet away.
And it's like a creature. It doesn't look human, yeah?
It's humanoid. It does have fleshy skin. It's currently wearing like some kind of like loincloth.
All right.
You can smell it from here. It's unpleasant. Its head is kind of stubby, but it's huge. Like the visage, the person is very big.
Sure. Okay. Can I get to the fountain? Do I have a good understanding of the path from here?
The fountain is roughly 70 feet north. No,
Okay.
120 feet north, past one hedge wall.
And I don't see a break in it, the hedge wall.
No, you see it go left and right, and that's all you can see from your perspective.
If I am above the hedge wall, could I feel the top?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to just place my hand, see what its structure is. If it's solid, if it's actually hedge, you know.
You kind of like grab onto like the handrail, and you lean down, and you kind of start feeling onto the hedge wall itself. About 6 inches in, it's still hedge. But once you dip beyond that, you feel something solid, a very strong structure on the interior. And from the top, you feel about a foot of whatever this is.
How wide is it? Can I feel that?
The strange, like strong substance
Yeah.
is about a foot wide. And like with the hedge total, it's about 2 feet total. 6 inches of hedge on either side, plus a foot of whatever this solid stone or solid whatever it is in the middle.
And it's straight? It goes along with the hedge?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to just, well, I guess this wall doesn't necessarily connect to the other ones. I don't know. I guess, and I can't really see into the maze, huh? Like I can mostly just see the tops of walls.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hmm.
And even you can't really see the connections either. From your perspective, all you can see is left, right, forward, and back, north, south, east, west, pretty much.
All right. Well, we'll head north, I guess. Well, I'll start trying to make my way as best as I can towards the fountain.
Okay. Here. Just a little visual, kind of what was going on there. As you start moving north towards the fountain. Zala,
Yep.
you're about here in the hedge maze when you make it to a small little atrium.
Oh, clearing. Is there anything here? This is nifty.
Inside of the atrium, there is several different stone statues. These don't look like people; they look carved. In the middle of it is kind of some sort of structure, kind of like a gazebo made of stone with kind of Greek pillars, kind of holding it up. In the middle, there's a small wash basin with water currently seated on top of it. The water seems to be glowing.
Is it monochromatic still, or is it colorful?
The water is colorful.
Mm. All right, I'm gonna walk up to the basin.
You walk up to the basin, and do you look in the water?
Yeah, I would.
You look down into the water, and you see yourself not in black and white. You look normal, and you see there are some broken pillars around you. In the water itself, it's glowing a little bit. That's what you can see in your reflection. But you do see something is in the physical water, a small object.
Does it look like any sort of shape? Like what's kind of make out the generic shape, the size?
It looks like a small rod made of maybe silver. It's currently seated at the bottom of the basin.
Okay. Fair enough. I am going to. I'm going to reach in and take it.
Okay. You reach in, you put your hand around whatever this is, and you pull. Go and roll a strength check for me.
Oh, I'm really good at those. An 18.
With an 18, you pull it with everything you've got. And as you pull it backwards, you see that it's some kind of handle attached to a long chain. As you pull, you hear the water stops glowing. You hear that's all you hear.
I must have opened something. Can I just tell what cardinal direction that noise might have come from?
It sounded like it was coming from the north and from the east.
Got it. North and the east. Okay. Uh.
You look
Alright.
around your immediate space. While the statues were all kind of placed haphazardly,
Dang it.
they're all now looking in your direction.
Well, Leo knows what direction I'm in, which means they'll probably come for me, which means no need to endanger myself. I'm just going to stand right here. And I'm just going to hope that by standing here, nothing bad happens.
Okay. The rest of you currently wandering southward. The long path currently heading south. All of a sudden, one of the hedges just goes and bends backwards, opening a new path directly to your right. About here.
Do one of you do that?
It's gotta mean something. I'll head that way.
I guess I'll follow Tethrin.
Tethrin.
Yeah,
and
sure.
whoever follows. You find yourselves in a strange looking atrium that dips downwards, almost into a pit. At the far end of it, you see what looks like a big stone box, the front of which is now open. Something has, like almost like a trap door has kind of fallen outwards. You see scratch marks on the interior of this box, rather large too. Probably like a 10-foot by 10-foot box by 10 foot.
So it's a mausoleum.
Not a mausoleum. The front of the box looked like it had a metal door with a couple of bars. The door's fallen forward. The metal door itself has scratches along it, as well as the stonework on the interior of the box. All of you go ahead and roll perception checks.
Do you see what I see?
That's a 20, baby.
Okay, Vasher. As you guys are kind of surveying the space, looking about, you notice that in this corner here, there is a large beast kind of hunched down, very close to Raylan.
I'm gonna dash forward and then try and push Raylan behind me.
As you begin to move, the creature begins to pounce. Go ahead and I need you four to go and roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Let me add you guys into the. I'm gonna draw a square here. That's gonna be your combat zone.
I've lost my speed because I'm so short.
What's going on? Hold on, my roll 20 is acting out.
It wouldn't be a D&D session if we didn't have difficulties.
There we go.
You can throw a 20.
Oh, sorry. That's fine. I'll just do it this way. Oops. All right, top of the round. Catherine.
Pew pew, I'll fire a firebolt at it. Does
Okay.
16 hit?
16. Hold on. A 16 will not hit.
Okay.
As the firebolt strikes into the werewolf's form, the fur currently around it just kind of seems to shrug off the bolt entirely.
Alright. That's it.
Do what now?
All right, Leo.
I believe you're muted, Leo.
Are you muted, Leo? I can't hear you.
Yeah, Cam, you're
Yep,
muted.
I am. Sorry. I'm going to use my action to cast Bless on these three fools.
Okay.
Should be in range, yeah. Okay. And then, do I have any bonus action? Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of move this way, and I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okie dokie. Vasher, you're up.
All right, and as I said, I'm gonna get in front of Raylan.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna take a green flame blade attack at him.
Go
You can
for
add
it.
a D4 to that attack.
To the attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. That's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit. Go and roll damage.
And I'm gonna smite it.
Sure. For
So
a total of
so
21.
pre-smite it's 21. With smite, is it a fiend or undead?
No.
Okay. Oh, with another 15 damage. So
Very
21
nice.
plus 15 is 36.
As you run up into its space, you immediately start to cleave. You have the mace, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You bat into its side. You hear a crunch as a blast of holy light blasts off to its side. You see fur begin to like kind of singe backwards from the effect. It howls and looks directly at you.
And then I'm just gonna use my harness divine power to gain a spell slot back.
Okay.
That's it.
Sounds good. Next up is Raylan. What are you doing?
All right. Gosh, I sure hope you weren't trying to protect me. No. Flank the bitch right here. And attack with a short sword.
Go for it.
And it's advantage because I'm flanking, right?
Yep.
Okay. God damn, did I need it? 21.
21 does hit and roll damage.
Okay. Roman damage. Diamond crown short sword. Wow. Wow. And I'll use sneak attack too because it is, 5 feet with no allies. 5 base, 9 with sneak attack, total of 14.
14. Very nice. As you quickly dart from behind Vasher, you just kind of stab into its back once. As you stab, it kind of howls, feeling the secondary pain. It doesn't quite notice that you were the one that struck it, mostly because it's focused so intently on Vasher.
Okay, and I'll hit it with. It has Vasher's attention, so I'll be like, Vasher, make sure you make the next one count, and I'll give him bardic inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
Oh. Alright.
All right.
That's where you
werewolf's
can
turn.
add a D100 to the damage roll, right?
D1.
Yeah, that's the one.
D1000 actually.
Oh.
Fuck.
The werewolf is going to take a multi-attack on Vasher. But before it does, it's going to use its bonus action
To give you a stern talking to.
How dare you, young man?
So,
It's actually Granny.
cool. I need. Hold on. Yeah, no, you're all in it, so it doesn't really matter. I need all 4 of you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Hey, that's my shit.
22. Alright.
Come on. Ooh, 14.
Okay, if you rolled below a 16, the werewolf howls. The strange eeriness about it. All of a sudden, it goes from
Don't
being
add a
monochrome.
Oh yeah, is the best for saving rolls?
Yep. Attack and saving
Okay.
rolls.
Is it a D4? Right.
Yep, D4.
Sorry, I forgot. He blessed me for a
Good to
second.
know, good
Didn't
to know.
matter. 15.
26.
Do you say 26?
I said
Why'd you use
26.
a bless?
Okay. Again, if you rolled below a 16, the werewolf howls in a strange form. All of a sudden, the monochromatic nature of its form melts away and gains all the strange color to it. Its fur is an odd violet color, and it has these strange like wisps of like almost a violet fire burning through it. With the strange form, if you roll below a 16, you have disadvantage on attacks against the werewolf. And then it's going to take multi-attack against you, Vasher. So it's going to be a bite and a claw attack.
Do I get to become a were-dragon?
Okay, that is a
Dragon Wolf.
21 to hit.
Mm, the claw or the bite?
It's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I'll just let it hit me.
This is a bite attack. Sorry, I didn't hear you there.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'll just I'll let it hit me.
Okay. Then you take take 7 points of piercing damage, and then I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
You are a werewolf.
That'll be a 16. That'll be a 16.
16 does not save, unfortunately. As you see that violet light pulse into its teeth and pulse into you. You take an additional 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As this violet light starts pulsing into you from the bite, you see sections of your scales begin to almost peel away from that energy. And then the claw attack. 19 to hit.
That'll hit too.
Okay. The claw attack, you take. I haven't rolled dice like this in a while. Take 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Okay. And that is its turn. Tethrin, you're up.
Okay, here we go. Round 2. Does a 19 hit?
With a 19, yes, it does hit.
Pew, 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 pew. 15 points of fire damage. Wah, 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 wah. That's my turn.
Very nice. As the firebolt kind of curves around Basher and strikes it in the face, it kind of takes a step back, almost stepping on like Raylan's toes, as Raylan's trying to move away, kind of flank on its back. Leo, you're up.
All right. I failed, so I'll have disadvantage on any attacks Ooh, not if it's a saving throw. I'm going to shoot a Sacred Flame at it, so it's a Dex 15 save.
A dex save, okay. All right, it does get advantage on this because it has Nimble Savager.
Okay.
What was the save?
15.
15, it does save.
Okay. Then I believe nothing happens.
Oh.
Bam, bam,
As
bam.
Sacred
It's a
Flame,
cantrip.
as Sacred Flame kind of blooms from the ground, it kind of just moves out of the way just in time for it to explode upwards. Next up is Vasher.
This guy had a pretty spicy bite. I didn't really like that. So I'm gonna swing at him again.
Go for it.
Fiery blade. That is a 23 to hit.
That does hit. Roll damage.
All right. And these rolls are on point today. That's 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Very nice. As you spin around and strike it from the other side, you hear a couple of ribs crack on the side as it howls again in pain. He's looking hurt.
God damn, fuck. Just go down. Just die. That's my turn.
All right. Next up is Raylan.
All right, I will cast Vicious Mockery on it. I'm going to say, "You look like a bag of fucking wet fur. What are you?" And Wisdom save of 15.
Wisdom save 15. It does not save.
All right, so that's
God.
2d4 damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll and makes before the end of its next turn.
Good to know.
4 damage.
4 points of damage. Very nice.
Psychic.
Good to know. All right, it is now the werewolf's turn. Seeing you, Vasher, you see it almost rear up for another attack against you. Then you see its ears kind of twitch for a moment, and its eyes turn and look directly in Leo and Tethrin's direction. Vasher, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna fail that regardless. So
Okay.
Did you already use your bardic inspiration?
so it'd be a D6 and a D4, which at most is 12, and I don't think a 12 is gonna save if a 16 didn't save on the con save. So
You never know.
yeah, I'm gonna make a safe guess though.
What do you? Sorry, doing a couple calculations here.
If it's moving, I get to make an opportunity attack.
Okay. You're gonna see it raise both of its arms like this, kind of brace. It's gonna leap into the air.
Do I get an opportunity?
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, because it might not be an opportunity thing, but yeah, I'll take that fucking try.
Well, if he's leaping into the air, I'm assuming he's leaving our space. That's a
You
nat 20
never
though,
know.
baby.
13 for me. It kind of sucks.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
13?
do I get advantage because you know what you call it?
What you call it?
Flanking.
Flanking.
Advantage because of flanking. Yes, you do.
Okay.
I got a
It's
nat 20
dog
on the
shit
first
still.
throw.
It's the same fucking thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, +4. I gotta remember, bless is a thing. Haha, doesn't mean 14. Dog shit.
Okay. So as it leaps into the air, Vasher, you kind of swing in its direction. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I did. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Hog.
Yeah, go and roll damage.
And I'm gonna smote it. So
Smoke. Smitten.
I think this is right. So that'll be 24 plus another 7, so that's another 31 points of damage.
Good to know. As you strike upwards into its space, you see it drop both claws onto the top of this of the mace and use it as kind of a bounding board. Both of his hands kind of go slightly limp as it flies. It did take some of that damage, but it's going to use some of that momentum as it lands down on Leo and Tethrin,
Roro.
using its recursive attack ability. It uses your attack of opportunity and takes half that damage and strikes on another opponent.
Man, fuck me. How am I supposed to know that?
You're not. That's the whole point.
True.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 attacks, one at disadvantage, one at advantage. I'm going to roll to see who is at disadvantage. Leo, you're 1. Tethrin, you are... Oh, sorry. Leo, you're 1 and 2. Tethrin, you're 3, 4. Leo's at disadvantage. Tethrin, normal attack. Leo, that's a 14 to hit.
That is my armor class.
And that hits. You take... Okay, so half... Basher, how much damage did you say you gave me?
I did 31, so half of that is 15.
Thank you. With a single claw attack. I cannot find my dice. 2. Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Striking down into your space, you take 21 points of slashing damage. As the claws kind of move down with added ferocity, just kind of slashing into you, and it bounds up and strikes Tethrin with a bite attack. Tethrin.
I need to make a con save.
Oh shit!
It's a 10, so I don't think. Actually, I don't know.
If that's above, I think.
Or do you
Has to
round
be
down on the
damage.
damage?
above half, right?
Yeah, it's half damage.
So you
So
took 21. So half the damage would have been 11 or 10.
I don't know. Do we round
I
up or
think
down? I don't remember.
10.
We
I think
usually
we
we run down.
We round
usually.
down, right?
I
So
think it's 10.
you just saved.
Oh.
If it's 10-10, right? Yeah.
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 Pog.
Hog indeed, dude.
Ooh. That's just a normal hit, and that's real bad. But I don't know. Your armor class might be bad. Tethrin, that's a 9 to hit.
Not that bad.
Just
Not
barely
that-
misses.
Yeah, that was a really, really bad roll. Am I counting that right? Yeah, I am. As it tries to bite into you, you kind of duck out of the way, seeing Leo just get slashed down the front. But it is now in both of your presences. Tethrin, top of the round.
Well, I guess I'll just firebolt at disadvantage. The D4 added.
Go for it.
Special one. For a total of 11.
11 unfortunately does not hit as you try and firebolt it. It just kind of goes to a strong patch of fur as it burns away a little section of it. Doesn't really deal any damage.
Yeah, yeah, it's my turn.
All right, next up is Leo.
Okay. Well, balls. I will. Okay, if the so like on Thunderwave, I think we talked about this before, but I can never remember. If I make a 15-foot cube originating from me, I can like
Any corner, I think.
any corner can be me, right? Like I can make it where it's not hitting Tethrin, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do second level Thunderwave.
Okay, what's the save?
The save is a con 15.
Fails.
Dope. All right. It would be 3. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. It would be 3d8, but I'm also going to use my channel divinity to make it do full damage. So that'd be 24. 24 thunder damage.
24
Easy.
thunder damage. Very nice.
Yeesh.
Very nice. As you blast in its direction, does it get knocked back at all?
Good question. Wave. So it pushes 10 feet away from me.
Okay. As you cast out Thunder Wave, after being slashed so heavily, it's knocked back and thrown and toppled backwards about 10 feet. As it topples, it kind of rights itself and drags into the ground with its claws, and almost ready to pounce once again. It's looking hurt. It's looking pretty hurt.
That's all I got.
Next up is Vasher.
I'm gonna move right here and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Go for it.
Pew! That's a 19 to hit,
19 does hit.
and that's a 10. We gotta roll our d4. Yeah, we're gonna use our Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 15 total to hit. That doesn't hit, does it?
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Whatever.
As you-
It'll take. Jeez.
As you're kind of running along the side, you kind of aim, and as you're running, you fire 2 bolts. One of them kind of just bats him a little bit. The other one just kind of goes a little bit too stray. The movement kind of throws you off. You're more of a melee fighter. Yeah, by the regular.
He takes 2 points of damage and is dragged 10 feet towards me.
Oh,
And
nice.
slowed by 10 feet. I'm gonna choose to drag him 10 feet towards me. I should say that. And he'll be slowed for 10 feet of speed.
Good to know.
That's it.
Good to know. All right, next up is Raylan.
All right, I'm gonna move to here. I guess I should move one more to be flanking with Vasha, and then I'll do the good old usual and smack a bitch.
Go ahead.
Oh, almost 26 to hit.
26 to hit. Yeah, definitely hits.
All right, and sneak. Why am my fucking roll so low? Let me get sneak attack, and we got 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Very nice.
And
As you kind of run and roll right next to it, as it kind of gets pulled in the direction of Asher, this thing is just kind of being thrown and battered around. You manage to take an additional strike into its back, very close to the previous one. It's already bleeding pretty heavily from that wound, and you open up a second section. That area of fur is beginning to get really matted with blood.
all right, and I'll come back up with a dagger.
All right, go for it.
Oh my god, it's 20.
20 does hit. Roll damage.
That was almost terrible. 2 points of 6 points of damage. I'm stupid.
6 points of damage. Very nice. As you strike into it, Raylan, go and roll a perception check.
Oh no, it's a woman. It's the woman. Oh yeah, not 1. Let's go. 5.
Never mind. As you strike into its form, you're too focused on attacking it. Next up is the werewolf. Feeling the strike for the first time from behind it, it's going to turn around and do a claw
Oh, that.
attack. And this is tricky. You know what? I'll roll for it. Nah, that's fine. I'll stay there then. It's going to turn around and do a claw attack at you, Raylan.
How did this happen to me?
No, it's going to take a bite attack at Raylan and a claw attack at Vasher. Nope, other way around. Going to take a claw attack at Raylan, bite attack at Vasher. No, that doesn't make sense either. The first way, bite attack at Raylan, claw attack at Vasher. That's too far away from Leo. Even though that's
Always
the one.
leave my space.
That's the one it really wants to hit. It's a little bit smarter than that, Vasher. Ooh, that's a bad roll. That's an 8 to hit, Raylan.
No.
Okay, and then Vasher. 18 to hit.
Can't afford to fail again, so I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. As it snaps out at Raylan, Raylan, you kind of punch upwards, kind of moving its mouth out of the way. It spins around rapidly and just rakes against this arcane shield that Asher's put up. It's putting up quite a fight at this point, seeing that it's so injured. But Tethrin, you're up. Are you muted? I can't hear you.
Does an
I
11
shot a
hit?
fireball.
Does a what?
11.
It does not, unfortunately.
I'm gonna pass my turn.
Okay. Leo.
Okay. I can 10 minutes. I think I am just going to give myself a good old first level cure wounds.
Go for it.
Bop. 7. I gain 7 life.
Very nice.
I don't think I have a bonus action. So I'm just gonna move back. Yeah, that's all I do.
All right. And next up is Vasher.
All right. How fricked up is this guy looking?
It's looking pretty rough.
All right. I grip my blade, or not my blade, my mace. I swing again with a green flame. That'll be another 23 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
I'm just gonna. That'll be 12 plus 1 for a total of 13 damage.
Very, very nice. As you strike into it, the cracks that you heard before are nothing to this one. Kind of goes concave on one side, making the entire wolf kind of like howl weakly and begin to gasp through its mouth. It's barely alive.
Please die, and then I'll. That's it.
Okay, next up is Ray.
GG's. I will attack it.
I keep
And it
forgetting
is
to roll
a
at advantage.
20 to hit.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll
Alright.
damage.
Base damage and then sneak attack damage. We get a total of 12.
Very nice. As you jump up into the air and strike into its form, it kind of does one of those like yips and falls on the ground, unmoving.
You know, this is probably a bad time to think about this. But weren't there people kidnapped?
Hmm. Yeah. Is it still alive?
It's dead. It's
Yeah,
not
do I
moving
know
anymore.
anything about werewolves?
It's currently laying on the ground in a pool of blood. Its eyes are kind of like twitching a little bit, but that looks like death throes more than anything else. You do see it is wearing some kind of ramshackle shirt and pants that are kind of torn from the transformation. He does have pockets, and he is currently wearing several different things.
Does he
Oh,
have? Can I like search him for identification?
Not necessarily. You can attempt to check him out, though, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll think
I
about
would
what
like
I
to.
did, and just in case, I'll go ahead. No, do you think I should use it? Make sure he's not dead in case he's one of the people who should have been, saved.
You know,
Or them.
I'm gonna go with what Zay told me when we walked in. We gotta get rid of the evil, and this man attacked us unprovoked.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't know,
he
this
dove at
man.
us.
He has clothes that he might have been experimented on, and
That's true. Oh no, I don't.
What do you
I
finding
probably
there,
could have
Vasher?
cured him of his werewolfness too. I didn't even think about that.
It's a,
Um,
okay, what are you finding? What man,
y-
what thing?
yeah, what do I find on this man?
You start digging around the person. Go and roll an investigation check for me. Raylan, are you checking too?
I guess I might as well.
Okay.
That's a 9.
15, 14, because I'm stupid.
14. Okay. Vasher, you start petting him down and looking just on his form. It's still kind of twitching and moving around every once in a while as you kind of careful with him. As you look, he has some kind of necklace around his neck. You kind of pluck it off. It looks like it's made of some kind of copper material. And it looks like a locket. As you pull it open, it does have the insignia of the Church of Sephiria.
He was probably a holy man.
Well,
Raylan,
if you want to save him, we can. It just will cost us, all this diamond, and I pull out the 300 gold worth of diamond.
You know, I'm gonna
Hold
be
your
honest. I don't think
horses.
it's worth it.
Yeah, I can just do
Okay,
this.
I'll put
Since
it back in
he's,
my pockets.
we can just stabilize him with the things I got us. The kits. Here, take mine and do it.
We can just
I'm
move
looking
on
for something.
to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'll just say I've broken my streak about not killing people. I'll just be racked with this guilt myself.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill people, so here, I'll do it myself and I'll look at him.
well, first of all, Raylan, with your investigation check, you kind of look on his person, and in one of his pockets, you pull out a small satchel. On the interior are bits and bobs, doodads, nothing important. But at the very bottom is a ring. engraved in the interior. It says, "For my beloved." No name, unfortunately.
See, this was a married man too. I got it. I can't. I won't feel bad if I kill somebody's husband, wife, whatever the fuck this thing is. So give me a second.
So you're gonna try and stabilize him with the kid?
Yeah.
Go and roll medicine check.
No, Raylan, he tries not to kill too many people. It doesn't fucking matter. He's dead.
With a 6, unfortunately, the wounds and injuries are too grave on this person, and try as you might, the twitching eventually does stop, and it kind of goes limp.
Fuck. I guess I'll take. I'm Django. I'll take the ring.
Okay.
Then
take
I'm
the ring.
also taking the locket.
All right, Raylan, you have a 100 gold ring, and Vasher, you have a 50 gold religious icon.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna return this. You can keep that, but I'm not robbing a dead man.
Well, I'm
A
gonna
kind
return
dead
it to the
man.
church. That was the plan.
Sure. Okay. What are we doing now that we killed this person?
Well, I would say we should bury him, but honestly, this hedge maze is probably a little too dangerous to do that. So I feel like we just need to go back and try and find Zala. Is that?
Oh God, I have something better. And I'll pour a flask of oil on him, light a torch, and throw it on his body.
Jesus.
As you do this, he goes from being the full color wolf back into a strange monochrome version. Far less intimidating in this form. Think of it the difference between like a beautiful CGI werewolf into like an old like 70s costume of a person in a werewolf costume. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And it begins to burn there in that spot.
All right. How long is it taking to burn? If it takes too long, I'm just gonna leave. But if it takes like a short amount of time,
It's
I'll
gonna
get
take
some
a
of the
while.
ashes.
It's
Okay.
gonna take a while.
We'll come back to them. If they're ashes, they're ashes. If they're not, oh well.
Okay. You guys begin to move away and head back to continue to find Zala. Thank you. Sorry, just getting some equipment. Yeska, you've made it to a bit of the hedge maze wall. You know, beyond it is the fountain.
So I guess it goes left and right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with the old left.
Okay. As you head left, it kind of curves in a circle in that direction.
We'll keep going.
After a
Follow
little while, you find a break.
I'll look beyond it.
Beyond it, you see the fountain in the center.
Okay, I'd like to approach it.
You approach. This is a small courtyard. The fountain is not currently running, though there is strange iconography on it. It's made of 3 different basins. The big bowl at the bottom, where most of the water would be, is currently dried. Pebbles kind of line the bottom of it. The second basin is currently being held up by 4 women that are just posed in a way to just kind of hold it, kind of like Atlas holding the world pose.
Sure.
Then in the next basin, there's a series of more pebbles. These are kind of in zigzag patterns, similar to the ones you saw around the lock. And then the topmost basin is held by only a single woman, to which there is a spigot in the center of the top basin. There are no pebbles around this one, but there's a strange, almost like inlay carving to this one. There's no water currently pouring from the fountain. All around this courtyard, you see 4 statues currently facing in the direction of the fountain. All except for one. One of them is facing away from the fountain.
Are they also women? Sorry.
Yes, they are. This seems to be the same woman.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all you see at the moment.
Do the 4 women holding up the third basin or the second basin wasn't too clear, but
Holding up the second one.
Okay.
The third one is just the big fountain thing at the bottom. There's nothing holding that one up. It's just
sure,
seated
just
on the
like
floor.
a pillar. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, do they face the women at the corners in the courtyard?
All of them do, yes.
Okay. Then we'll go to the one statue
Okay.
that is not facing, and I will try to turn it.
Okay. As you touch the statue, you begin to rotate it, and it rotates easily, almost like it was meant to. You rotate it counterclockwise until it's facing the statue. All of a sudden, water begins to spout out from the fountain. The water itself is a deep green, almost like teeming with algae. After it reaches a certain point in the second bowl, it kind of pours down over onto the third bowl, and the water just kind of fills to a point. You see little spigots pour down onto the floor, and the water starts to fill crevices, kind of lined all around this space. You watch as the crevices kind of lock and intermingle with itself, starting to form some strange arcane runes on the ground. You look all around the space. Go and roll perception check for me.
Can do that. Then
With a 10, you notice that all these strange runes are in 3 circles, extending outwards from the main fountain. It's taking a while to fill up the first one, but the moment that the first one finishes, it begins to glow a faint, eerie green color, and an odd mist begins to pour from the fountain as it starts pouring into the next set of sigils.
what do those look like?
Very similar to the ones in the central ring, but much more intricate, much more very elaborate patterns and designs, words potentially.
Okay. Does it look like anything's happened here? Like, do I have any clue as to what might happen when this completes?
Go and roll a perception check.
Can do. 13.
With 13, you start looking at the base of the hedge maze. You notice the base of it is kind of like this, about 1 foot of stone. Not stone, like brick that's kind of been laid down to just kind of guide all the shrubbery and stuff.
Right.
So like the floor of it isn't shrubbery; it's like a little bit of brick.
Sure.
And you've noticed most of it has been red. All around the courtyard here, all the brick is black, almost charred.
Man, okay, I'll turn I'll turn the statue back around.
You grip the statue and you start trying to turn it. It won't turn.
Man. Oh, is the exit still there?
Yes, it is.
Um,
With a 13 perception check, notice that the little channels of water extend out beyond this space. There's a little channel in the center of the kind of the road, a divot, and it continues to move. After it finishes the third ring, it looks like the channels continue out. There's 2 exits to this space: the one that you entered from and the one on the east. And both of them have little channels that head out into the maze.
okay.
You do not remember there being a channel before you rotated the statue.
Cool. If I step out into one of the openings, I'll go to the east because I haven't been there before. Is it also burnt?
Stepping out of the opening, you see it's this like darkness to the brick, only to a certain distance. Then it goes back to the normal red brick. I'd say about 40, 50 feet from the entrance.
Oh, it doesn't seem bad. It seems so bad. And it's that's all I see that might result.
As far as you can tell, with the perception of 13, that's all you can see.
All right. Well, in that case, I probably want to climb up onto something. Maybe one of the statues.
Okay. The statues aren't very tall. They're about 6-7 feet tall.
Yeah, I'd like to climb up on top of one of them.
Sure thing. You go and roll an athletics check for me. As the second circle completes, it begins to ignite the runes on the space. Almost like this emerald color starts to shimmer across the water, and the third ring begins to form.
What's the third one look like? Oh, wait. The ring?
Yeah, it's starting to pour into the third set of runes.
Wait. I guess I'm confused. But
So
what does the third one look like?
The water's been pouring out of the fountain,
Right, into
down little channels and filling up the channels
circles?
all around the space.
Okay.
As it fills up the entire like space, there's like these concentric circles.
Right.
There's 3 of those. In between those, the channels fill up
Okay.
runes and sigils.
That's what it is. In between them. Okay. So what does the third one look like?
The third one, even far more elaborate than the middle one. These ones have almost like arcane circles within the giant 3-ring circle. You see about 8 or 9 different arcane runic symbols inlaid into smaller arcane runes and sigils. This looks like an incredibly elaborate spell. You're not entirely sure what it'll do.
I will. Yeah, I'll take out my compass.
Okay.
And I'll ask it, Salo, what does this do?
Are you using a charge?
Yeah. 3 charges, in fact.
Okay.
Pretty expensive.
The compass glows for a moment, and you're using what's it called?
Is it divination? I think it's divination.
Divination. Yeah. Okay. In your mind, you kind of pull back for a moment into that field of trees and flowers, and you don't see her, but you hear a voice. It's an old ritual, one I haven't seen since before the Almond Gate was formed. It's a burial rite. Something's coming. You must all prepare. It will not be easy to fell. And that's all you get before you're pulled back into the space.
Good to see you again. Thanks. I'll jump off the statue and I'll try to run back to the bridge.
Okay. You begin to book it as you see the third ring completes and the water starts to pour out of the space. You run pretty quickly. Go and roll a dexterity check for me.
Am I running? And if I'm running, can I roll athletics instead?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Appreciate it. 13.
13. You move and you just about make it to the bridge before you feel a wave of fire, of heat, just hit you in your back. Kind of launches you forward a little bit. You don't take any damage, but you roll a little bit and make it to the bridge and turn around before you're seeing a massive geyser of green flame shoot up into the sky. The heat alone, you see the entire hedge just kind of wilt and fall away. In all directions around it. It's just pulsing this powerful heat as the entirety of the hedge maze falls away. All of you, the group that just fought and headed south, right before this happens, you turn a corner and you see Zala standing in the middle of an atrium, kind of holding a chain that's attached to a small water dais.
Zala, there you are.
So you finally saw us show up.
Why do you still sound like that?
Is this really Zala?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay.
I cast Shatter at 3rd level.
It's a 21.
Well, 21, after Zal uses a 3rd level spell for no reason, you realize that it's definitely her.
Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad you're safe.
I knew you would find me after Thethrin so brutally pushed me in.
Look, it wasn't what it seemed like, okay? I've been trying to tell him the whole time that I didn't mean it. So.
I heard you say something
No,
odd, like
no, you didn't. You didn't, though. That was just a coincidence, probably. So it's probably the bushes.
But there's you may not see yet, but there's several statues around us. Around me, rather.
You
What are you
Scottish?
holding?
Quick question, Vasher, are you muted? Or are you talking to us?
I was totally muted, and I said something that was kind of funny, but
No,
Yeah.
not anymore.
it wasn't that funny. It was just funny to me. I said, I did really good detective work. I figured it out. Tethrin's just in love with Zala. He wanted to go in alone to the hedge maze.
If he was, he would have gone
I
in with her.
thought you said it was funny.
All right, Tethrin.
Zala,
You
have
know
you
what?
seen Yeska?
No, I figured that Yeska was with you.
Yeska
Well,
went
he
in
went
by
in
himself
first.
before.
Yeah, he was the first one to go in.
Right, but I figured you'd find Yeska on the way here.
It's
Yeah,
a maze.
sure,
Why would
Zala.
you assume that?
Well, I haven't moved, so I figured that you would look through the rest of the maze.
It's a
What if
maze.
we didn't
The
move,
maze
Zala?
moves. How would we know?
This maze hasn't moved for me.
Well, it's moved for us.
Well,
Well, yeah, all that aside, what the fuck are you holding? Why do you have a plug or some
I
shit?
reached into this colorful water and pulled a chain out, and then I heard something, a loud sort of gear grinding, almost like a door opening.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why our door
Wait,
opened.
yeah, maybe that's what happened.
Oh, you
Maybe-
unleashed a werewolf on us.
Yeah, that's really fucked up, Zala.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it. We killed a man because of
mean-
you.
I had no way to know. And
You don't test.
if I could, this is just a hunch, I bet you had the option of not killing it, but you chose violence instead.
Wait, what
of-
happened to your accent, Zala? Why aren't
That
you?
is lovely.
I'm eating croutons, okay?
I think the illusion is slipping in and out on both of us. So.
Yeah, I think y'all have given up on the illusion. Or
Well,
maybe
it's
the
not something
illusion
you
gave
give up
y'all.
on. I mean, I'm either
I
affected
have-
by the illusion or I'm not.
I have a mouthful of croutons.
Where'd you
Zala,
get the...
put those down.
Okay,
Goddamn.
anyways, I don't know what you...
I need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws, please.
What?
For reals?
He's punishing us.
We still have bless.
No. Less a
Question.
minute.
Oh, wait, saving roll? I'm
Bless
stupid.
lasts 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Anyone that rolled below 14, you get pushed back about 10 feet as a blast of heat wave just passes through the entire space. You watch as all of the hedges are completely burned away as a massive pillar of green fire erupts from the northern part of the hedge maze.
What the hell?
Hey,
Wow.
Wait, can we see Yeska over here since all the hedges are gone?
Roll perception check.
Oh,
Are they all
below
gone?
10 feet this way.
18.
With an 18, on top of a bridge, just kind of holding on, you will see Yeska.
Hey guys, it's Yeska. See, he's dangling from the
there he
bridge.
Yeah,
is.
I see him with my 22.
Well, we found him.
Why are you holding a gun to Yeska? After about 5 minutes of this pillar of fire, everything kind of shimmers for a moment, and the entire hedge maze goes back to that small hedge maze. Only the hedges are still burned away. You just see kind of the outlines of the patterns on the ground from the brick that's still inlaid.
Huh.
So you're all much closer to each other now. As Yeska, you're standing on just a small wooden bridge that is now charred from the northern part. The fire has stopped, but the fountain in the center is still kind of burning in a strange green glow. Much safer to approach.
Yeska.
Do I see everyone?
Yeska.
But hello?
You
The
turn
fuck
around
did
and
you
see-
do?
You guys aren't very far away from each other. You're maybe like 30 feet away from Yeska now.
Oh.
As the hedge maze shrunk back to its normal size.
Yeska, what
fuck
did
you do?
Yeah, what happened?
How do you know I did anything?
That's a fair
It has to
assumption.
be
It
you.
probably no,
We
it's
were
probably
here.
Zala. It was probably Zala.
She hadn't moved since we've been here.
Anyways, I seem to have started an ancient burial ritual that will summon some kind of creature that we must defeat.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh,
Oh.
that's good.
Wait,
Well,
is that
that's
what we
probably
just
the
did?
heart we're looking for.
Yeah, we just killed a werewolf. Was that it?
You guys hear a and looking at the fountain, it's beginning to raise upward.
Hmm.
I
Does
I'm
anybody
distracted looking for ashes.
A circular platform kind of raises upwards along 6 pillars, just kind of holding up this small, another kind of gazebo that Zala was kind of standing underneath. And as it finishes rising, it stops. In the middle, there is kind of like a stone platform, and there is a coffin made of marble seated on top.
Oh,
I
Edward.
do suppose this is where the sun's hiding.
Question: does anybody have like a healing potion or similar item?
No.
I mean, I
Are
can
you
fall in love.
hurt?
I mean, I'm a little scuffed up.
Okay,
Here,
maybe you shouldn't have assaulted that
Oh.
werewolf.
I'll give you a first level cure wounds.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Also, Emil, are my scales
Oh,
still like a gross color?
That's
Hey, that's
5.
all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Just peeling
You
off.
see
Now,
some
wait a
of the
second.
damage. There's nothing a good night's rest won't heal.
Okay, great.
Did Vasha assault a werewolf?
Why is it? Why? What is this twisted
Yes.
narrative?
You know, from all my reading, I understand that werewolves tend to be innocent civilians turned into
I've
monsters at
already
night.
accepted the moral failing of killing that man, though my hand did not lay the final blow. But I accept
Ow.
responsibility for his death. That's on me. You know, if we really want to get down to brass tacks, I feel bad for it. But also, say, was he evil? Is that okay?
Actually, you're sounding real dodgy right now.
Zay responds, I don't know the mind of a werewolf. Usually, they're not themselves in that state.
He probably wasn't himself as a werewolf. I won't say what I did was right, but he was gonna attack us. How are we supposed to subdue a wild man?
I'll
I mean, you can just
I'll
knock
walk
him
forward
out.
and I'll clap my hands
You
together.
killed him!
What?
You killed him,
Well-
I
Evan! You
mean,
got the final blow!
it was in the heat of the moment. I didn't think about it. You didn't say anything.
That's
At
fair.
least we're all on the same moral ground now, so this is quite nice.
I'm just saying,
What?
if neither of us thought about it, I'm not the only one at fault.
I never said you
I
were.
Thank
mean,
you
I
for the
might have thought
healing,
about
Leo.
it, but I wasn't there.
Anyway,
No
let's
problem.
go.
Yeah, anyways, I don't think that really matters. I think there's an ancient being that has a piece of the heart. Mm-hmm.
Heart of the cards, maybe.
You think
No,
it's that?
don't
And I
know.
point at the marble thing.
Sure is.
That sounds right.
It looks right.
Should I shatter the coffin?
No,
Sounds
magic
wrong.
bad.
Why
You
is that
don't
your
think there's
default?
You don't think that there's some sort of beast in there?
It probably
What
is.
is
Yeska said we had to fight something.
So why not get a head start?
I mean, you're gonna hit the thing, not the beast.
Fine.
Yeah, it looks pretty sturdy.
Okay. Vasha,
Let's
get
go
open
unearth
it.
this tomb.
Are y'all gonna step up or just stay way back there?
Mm,
Oh, I just
Wait,
didn't
actually,
move
I
my
just
thing.
assumed we were all together.
Yeah,
yeah,
me
y'all
too.
push it. Y'all push it this way, and I'll be over here. When he looks at you, I'll stab him.
Where's the farthest I can be away?
I guess I'll approach the coffin and
You're in the
Touch it?
coffin now.
Oh,
You
this
place
is a
your hand.
dais.
You place your hand on the kind of like the stone lid, and you start to push, and it has a little bit of give, so it's possible to push it open if you wish.
I'm hiding.
When I get it just a wee bit open, so that I can well, nah, never mind. I'll open it. I'll say, "Excuse me, sir. Can we have the piece of the heart, the
Are you
key?"
opening it? Are you opening it all the way?
No, just like a crack to like
Okay.
speak in.
You take a good grip on the top, and you start to push. And it had a little bit of give, but now you really have to like force the lid to move. So go and roll a strength check for me.
Yeah. That's a 19.
With a 19, it slides, and you see it kind of slide off. You have one of the corners is currently exposed. You see bandaged and wrapped. Something is in the interior.
Excuse me, sir. Can we please have the key? I don't want to fight you. I'll even do the burial ceremony if we don't have to fight.
From the inside of the coffin, you just hear a low boom, 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 boom,
It's the bass line of the Monster Mash.
boom,
I've always hated that
It was a
song.
graveyard smash.
You don't hear any response.
There's just a heartbeat. What?
What's happening?
It's just there's just a
Basher,
heartbeat.
Basher, where I'm from, we have a phrase: "Rip it and rip it." Okay.
Is that what you're telling me to do with the coffin lid?
I mean, it's gonna fight us regardless. So I think,
Well, I just thought maybe we could talk our way out of this situation. Because
when have we ever done that? Ever?
Exactly. Why? When have we? We haven't done it.
Because
You
it never
think
Why
we
works.
not?
talk our way out of the situation.
Okay.
I don't find talking to dead people. Actually, I take that back. That might
I can
help.
see him.
Yeah. It might help us for once if we try talking to the ghosts that are upset.
Oh wait.
Wait. I know
hold
how to
on.
try this. I know how to see if he's alive.
Did I prepare this? I don't think I did.
Oh.
Speak to dead.
Oh shit, I did. Okay.
Oh shit.
Ah, let's go.
I forgot. Okay, do we want to try that?
Is this
You can do
Mr.
that, or I can
Mash?
throw something
I
at
mean,
him.
he's dead, right?
It's worth a try.
The lid is
Seems-
only partially ajar. Like you
But
haven't
we
even
can see
seen it
him?
yet.
All right.
Can
I'll
you see
push
him,
it.
Vasher?
You see
I
a
mean-
foot.
Oh, I thought I
That's
got the
enough,
top
right?
end. All right, let me try pushing on the top end, and I'll get in,
Don't
a nice
Get it,
load,
come on
so I
in
can push my leg. I don't want to open it all the way. I just want to be able to see in. All I see is his feet, and I'll try pushing on the top part.
Go and
Oh
roll strength.
wait,
here. Wait for me.
can't be undead.
Hmm.
Mm.
Mm,
Hmm.
Well, you better talk to him before he comes back to life, then, dude.
Go and roll.
Let's see what happens with Basher first. Then we'll
That's
assess.
Well, then you can
7.
talk to Vasher with the spell, dude.
Yeah.
With a 7, you push it a little bit more at the top end, and it slides a little bit more. You've got maybe a third of it pushed off of the top.
God,
You
who the
see
fuck-
like just a sliver of a dead person, arms kind of cradled to the chest, rotting, decayed a long time, but still kind of like dried leather of a person.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's just dead. And I feel like if we tried to steal what he's holding, then he'd be upset. But if we just ask him while he's not undead yet, he might be okay with it.
That's his
Okay.
heart, Xander. Vasher.
What?
It's his. It's why would he ever give up his heart?
I don't think it's his heart. I think it's his dad's heart.
I mean, it's still kind of fucked up. It's his family's heart.
I mean, yeah, but like
Just grab
he
it.
might
Just
not have.
grab it.
What if he didn't like his dad? What if his dad was an asshole to him?
Don't worry, but just grab it, Vasher. Just grab it. No big
I'm
deal.
not. No, I'm not grabbing this. I want to try talking our way out of something for once.
We don't talk to dead people.
Is this really the situation in which you want to experiment
Why do
with
I?
diplomacy?
Why do I
Here,
have to
fuck it.
grab it?
Because
Here,
you're right
here,
next
fuck
to
you.
it. You're the one who wanted to
Move.
open it.
Get out the way. I'm not how to. Give me the fucking
Move,
heart.
bitch. Get out.
I'll
Yeah.
stick my hand in.
You stick your hand in. Are you just,
Hell yeah.
where are you looking for the heart?
See, I'm at the top. I'll just stick it and wave it around and
Nice.
see if I bump something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start like patting around in the space, and you feel the two hands that are currently on the chest, and they are pulsing, moving.
Oh my fucking god.
Not like
One sec.
it's moving. It's like something is making the hands move from underneath. It looks like it's gripping onto something.
Okay, 1 second. I'll Damn. Do I have this? I think I might have to see my mage hand no matter what. Fine. I'll get my crowbar out and I'll come to this side. I'll come to this side and try to yank his, not yank his hands, but like ply his hands off.
Now, remember, the lid is still like 2/3 of the way
Yes.
on. So you'd have to, in order for the crowbar to like work and to help you pry it off, you'd have to move the lid even further.
Oh, shit, I don't want to see his face. You know, what if I get in there, you know? You think you think he'll be able to do something while he's in there?
Who are you talking to?
I don't
Talking to you
know.
all.
I wouldn't recommend going in, but you're more than
I don't
welcome
know.
to
I
do
can't
what you
really
like.
see from over here, so
I mean,
it's
it'd
all
be kind
you.
of funny if you crawled in and get your body swapped. It'd be a little comical.
I mean, I've already had my body changed. What's the difference in being swapped?
What's
Oh.
becoming a mummy couldn't be much worse.
Respect.
No, wait. No, fuck, I'm not gonna blow him. Basha, fucking do it. You big strong boy. You fucking 17-year-old. Move the lid
What
and
you
take
want me
the
to?
heart.
You want me to just? All right, I'm gonna use a divine sense real quick.
Okay.
Do I
As you
detect any specific entities?
cast it out, you feel nothing.
Counter his decaying oldness with your youthful optimism.
With the
I hate
power
to
of
crush things.
youth, and I
I
take my hand and I go, wait, say, is this a good idea?
Oh my god.
And Zay says, "I don't know."
All right, good enough for me. And I take my hand and I plunge it into the chest, into the coffin, not his chest.
Got it. Yeah.
Through it. Just
You go in and you feel his hands currently moving. Do you try and pry them off?
Oh, I take one of the gems out of my back pocket and I try to do the little switcheroo move.
Sure, it is currently
Indiana
gripping onto
Jones.
something.
How
Yeah,
big is your
that's fine.
fucking
We can kind of
gem?
like try and like slide, like pry it open a little bit, and then
Sure. Then go ahead and roll sleight of hand on this dead person.
That's a
Oh.
1.
You pry the fingers and you feel the strange fleshy like thing that's currently pulsing between the hands, and you rip it out of the hands, but you delay too long, and like maybe 5-6 seconds pass before you manage to get the gem into the hands. You push them back together and you pull the piece of, looking at it, it looks like a curved end. It looks like it was at one point made of metal, but it's wrapped in some kind of flesh. It looks like a piece of a key,
Gross.
and it
Huh.
is pulsing. The moment
Okay.
you pull it out of the actual coffin, I need everyone to go and roll perception check.
Basha, you gotta put the fucking stone in. What are you doing?
I did.
A bit-
5.
18.
Oh, thank God.
17 plus 2, 19.
Okay. Anyone that rolled above a 15, you notice
Well.
everything shift for a moment. For a moment, you see the Drent house like you had seen it from at the base of the hill. A normal manor house. On the eastern slope, you are all currently standing. You see a shallow grave and a man currently tossed into that grave. looks
You said-
maybe in his 30s.
You said hurriedly tossed in?
No, he just seems to have been in a shallow grave. Almost like in a rainfall, this image that you see, like the mud has slid off of the body that is there. It looks maybe a couple weeks old. It looks like they're wearing like nice clothes, fancy clothes. You do not recognize the person. And then everything goes back to the strange monochromatic world that you're in. You have one piece of Dread's heart.
Well,
Hey,
God be with
All
him,
right.
and I'll try to push the coffin lid back on top.
And slides back in place. Then you hear,
All right.
and the entire thing starts to sink again.
Whoop, I'm gonna hop off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was easy.
Does somebody else want? I really don't want to hold this,
Here, hand it over.
and I'll hand it to Tethrin.
I'll yoink it into my haversack.
Place it in the haversack. All of you together start heading back to the path that led in towards the main house to make it to the next section that will lead you to the next part of the key. And this is where we're going to go ahead and take a break.
nice.